and thank you for joining us for our Wednesday's edition of Press Review right here on Luntha TV. Today is the 18th of March 2026, and it is yet another time where we take you through some of the stories that are appearing in our newspapers. And today with me, Tandi Wemzumara, and of course I'm not alone, I'm here with my colleague
Emmanuel Chuocha.
Good morning once again, Emmanuel. How are you?
I am fine, and yourself?
I'm all right too, thank you.
Thanks.
We've been here since morning.
Yes, 5 a.m.
Since 5 a.m.
Yeah.
And we are heading closer to the time whereby we are going to be off the screen. But before we do so, we have to look at what the newspaper has today. Today we do have the Nation newspaper with us. And on the front page, or do you want to do the honors?
No, ladies first,
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
On the front page of The Nation, a headline here reads, "Committees feel shortchanged on budget." Part of this story reads, Parliament's National Budget Cluster Committees have cried foul over persistent ignoring of their input by the Ministry of Finance, Economic Planning and Decentralization, and have since demanded an audience with Line Minister Joseph Mwanamveka. Standing on a point of order in Parliament in Lilongwe yesterday, Cluster Committee's Chairperson Savioka Fafa said for a long time, successive ministers of finance have ignored input from the clusters despite public resources being invested in the 2-week scrutiny. Anduna Nazajuma,
Yes.
Atabanga present budget. For 2 weeks,
Yeah.
Parliament inapangidwa suspending pamene makomiti akhala akukumana.
Yeah.
Endi kwambiri makomiti ambiri akhala akunikira za budget.
Kwambiri.
Endi kwakhala kuli takhati kuona ndithu pankhani zimene takhati kupereka ngati pa Luntha, manyuzipepala, mawayilesi umu kunena kuti nthambi zosiyanasiyana zakhala zikupempha kuti ziwonjezeredwe ndalama.
Yes.
And including makomiti waso nawo mukuona kwawo based on nthambi zimene zakhala kumanazo nawo so akhala kupanga recommend ku Parliament. Kwa nthawi zonse zimatero ndithu after budget kumakhala 2 weeks suspension of normal meeting and then kumakhala makomiti.
Yes.
Now dzulo kuna bwera dandaulo lonena kuti kwa nthawi yayitali osati mulamuliro wokhawo kwa nthawi yayitali ndiyonena kuti pakukhanga kuti nduna zachuma zimapanga ignore
zimene anthu apempha
ma recommendations.
Yes.
Amene amaperekedwa by macluster.
Yeah.
Yes, by committees, and ignorance iyo imakhala kuchokera ku unduna, which I understand chifukwa kuli ngati okay, like I said kuti makomitiwo it's part of the process.
Yes.
Okay? It's supposed to happen.
Yes.
And having muna maonjezere budget, it's something that's supposed to be looked into.
Yeah.
A recommendation has been made by the committee. It's something that's supposed to be looked into. At the end of the day, if it's being ignored, then what's the point of why and hamapanga cluster committees? It's just the same as the tsikulo mweno the many budget yapangidwa present the budget angolino lera
Yadutsa. Yeah.
if you think about it. So I think I understand the frustration that is there. And in 2013 is when Parliament introduced budget cluster committees to allow for thorough scrutiny of the proposed national budget before the same can be deliberated in plenary in the National Assembly. So kumakhala kuti ndalama apereka kuma bungo osiyanasiyana aboma nthambi zonse kuma ministries,
Yes.
kuma departments,
Yeah.
komanso ma agencies aboma. So if the Ministry of Finance immediately mother ministry when it comes to allocation ya funding,
Yes.
si kuchitapo kanthu, I think ili ndinayike lomwana pakhomo makolo akomonso wambira kuwauza iwo omwe wauza nena kuti ukakhala kuti pena pake pavuta financially ndiuze. Every time you tell them they're ignoring you, simagwiratu kumakhala ndi mkwiyo. So I absolutely understand, and the committees, they're actually asking for a meeting. The
Minister of Finance.
Minister of Finance Joseph Mwanamveka kuti akamasukirani kuti vuto ndi chani. Why is it that they get ignored?
Yes.
Still on the front page, the headline here reads, DPP MCP UTM poised to add MPs. Independent leads in Luntha West by-election. DPP dominates in local government race. That is also part of that. That's the sub-headlines. Now, part of the story reads that by midnight, unofficial results and from the March 17th, 2026 by-elections in 4 constituencies across the country pointed to 3 political parties represented in parliament and an independent sharing the spoils. Timakambirana mu mama morning live. Tinawerenga also some of the unofficial results. And zikuoneka ngati of the 4 chifukwa choti pa chisankho cha padirachi there are 4 MPs that are to be elected. Based on the unofficial results, for example, ngati kunkhota liwala the constituency akutsogola ndi wa DPP. Rumpi Central constituency akutsogola ndi wa UTM. Kudedza Mtakataka constituency we have YMCP, and then there's Luntha, Amenali independent. I think it's a fair match.
It's a fair match. Komano yandipangabe surprise, even though we are talking of an official, whereby you would see kuti kumalo kumene mwina ndimayembekezera kunena kuti the DPP party singachite bwino. You would see kuti they are dominating there. You talk of Nkhotakota. You know, kumalawi kuno timaziwa kuti chigawo ichi kwambiri ndali ujeni zathu nzogawana. So I was surprised ndipo I think ndi chimodzimodzi mmeneso zinali pa 16 September. Yes, what is happening. Munakambako kwina kulumpi kwa Mtumbuka unofficial results zikuonetsa ngati kuti iwowa khangati kuti ndamene mwina akukayimira ku nyumba ya malamulo, but let us wait and see kuti bungwe la make litiuze zotani chifukwa ndi limene limabwera ndi official results.
Definitely. Tikupitirira ndikuona nkhani zina zimene zili mu newspaper athu ya The Nation. One of the stories here, the headline reads, heavy rains choke power generation. Part of the story reads, the electricity generation company Ijenko says heavy rains in the Shire River catchment areas have swept trash and debris into water intakes, choking power generation. In a statement yesterday, Ijenko said it has deployed technical teams to clear the trash and restore normal operations. I remember mama umanena kuti kwanimbangitsa anavuta dzulo.
Yes, actually kona mundima mpaka na amayaka ndi kuti nthawi imeneyo timanyamuka ife chamma 3 kuti tikubwera kuno kumona kuti magetsino abwera. Izi zimachitika kwambiri ku Malawi kuno nthawi ino imene ya mvula timamva kuti dzinyalala dzatani kumkula. So yeah, these are some of the things zimachitika ndithu.
And yazanyengwa nanena ndithu kuyambira lolemba mpaka lachinayi ino tingoti mwinaso almost week yonse kukhale ndithu kugwa mvula ndi mvula ikugwa ndithu even so ngati dzulo by elections.
Yes.
If you look at the voter turnout was low kwambiri fa chaweka.
Yes, chamvula.
Anthu ena abekwa mamailo watu
amafunda dzimajumbo. You would see afunda majumbo koma that is kuonetsa chikondi kulikonda tudziko.
Oh, definitely.
Yes.
It is something encouraging to say people still feel the need, kapena kuti realize the need to exercise their rights to vote. Chifukwa choti at the end of the day, the consequences of your decision and you get to feel them yourself. So if you decide to ignore, not to exercise that right, whatever consequences come, you can't point them to anyone but yourself for choosing not to go and vote.
Yes.
We are moving on to international. There's a story here, a headline reads, Russia agrees to stop using Kenyan recruits in Ukraine. Nkhani imene I remember kuti ndinayilemba dzana mu story yathu ya international. Kunena kuti maiko aku Africa, including Kenya and Ghana as well, akhala kudandaula kuti nzika za maiko awo zigwiritsidwa ntchito ndi dziko la Russia kumenya nkhondo ku Ukraine.
Oh, yes. They are working as soldiers?
Yes.
Okay.
And zikuonetsa kuti, for example, in Kenya, more than 780, the talks convened on Monday as more than 1,780 citizens from 36 African countries are believed to be fighting alongside Russian soldiers in Ukraine, according to Ukraine's estimates in February. Over 1,780 citizens from African countries, from 36 African countries. There are a lot of them, yes. And I think chimene chimavuta ndichonena kuti one nkhondo isikutikuza. Because it's a different, it has nothing to do with Africans, and I would like to believe some of them, they are not necessarily
soldiers.
So I don't know whether I would say soldiers. Africans are not necessarily supposed to be a part of it. And Russia has been backing itself up, saying they're not forcing anyone to enlist, and that apparently and to a citizen they voluntarily sign contracts.
Kodi one can assume mwina kunena kuti ndi umphawi eti chifukwa kumene kundimamva kuti kumakhala kuti ndalama zanga.
Of course, I would like to believe so. It has to be. And whether they go there voluntarily, allegedly they go there voluntarily. We can never tell because we have heard stories of where why front line so that and all that. It is sad though.
Yes,
especially if it's in a situation where they're not necessarily doing that voluntarily.
Yeah.
Another international story here says 23 killed in Nigeria explosions. Multiple explosions in Maiduguri, the capital of Borno State in Nigeria, killed 23 people and injured 146 others on Monday night. The blasts occurred at the entrance gate of University of Maiduguri Teaching Hospital, Mande Market, and post office areas of the Asian city, according to All Africa News. Kumene kundithu Nigeria.
Yeah.
Kuna polygamma explosions. About 23 people have died. Pamene and almost 140 avulala.
Oh.
Yes, ndibona ngati tipite ku business.
Yes. To go to business.
Kukhose kwanga khoma. Chizungu.
Chizungu njata.
Chizungu.
Oh, ndechimwe
yes.
Chabwino. The business side, it says rising poverty crowds, Malawi 2063. The subheadline it leads as NPC urges focus on high-end value chain human capital. National Planning Commission NPC says Malawi ambition to become a middle-income economy by 2063 is being undermined by a widening mismatch between economic growth and rapid population expansion. NPC Director General Frederick Changaya was reacting to the data published by the World Bank in February 2026, Malawi's monitor indicating that the proportion of Malawians falling below international poverty line of $3, about 5,253 waja per day, increased from 76% in 2023 to 76.5% in 2025.
Yes. For us to realize the 2063 vision, is hoping to achieve by 2063.
Yeah.
Maga bankani yokhala dziko lozimira lokha pachuma. Ikukhalabe yovuta chifukwa chonena kuti umphawi ndi umene wavuta. Akuti pali kusiyana pa chuma. Kakweredwe ka chuma kukwera kwa chuma komanso rapid population expansion. Chiwerengero cha anthu m'dziko la Malawi ndi chuma chathu sichikukwira.
Ukhanga anthu tochulukana koma ndalamazo ndiye zosayenda.
Zikutivutabe kuti titukule chuma cha dziko lathu komabe I feel like it's something to look at because we have been we want to achieve 10 years equal, I think by 2030.
Yes.
10 years into the Malawi 2063.
Yeah.
And this is 2026, which means we have 4 years
to
2030.
Yeah.
And the 5 years, the first 5 years. It seems so far we are not doing so well. Chifukwa it doesn't necessarily mean kunena kuti 2063 yo ndeti zapange china chilichonse. But we are supposed to start building now. And I believe we can do better. We are moving on to arts and culture. And a headline here reads, online distribution fails local movies. Part of this story reads, one of the country's movie producers, Jones Mbera, says filmmakers are still apprehensive of sharing their content online as the distribution model does not offer income guarantees. The US-trained producer said this after Joyce Mahango Chavula's award-winning movie, The Gunless Soldier, has been released on YouTube a year after its premiere. Just on social media,
Yes.
they say it's not necessarily helping. Yes, the creative industry,
yeah.
especially when it comes to movies. Sama pesa kwendalama.
Ojambula mafilimu.
Ojambula mafilimu, oloiniage filimu, many the actors.
Yeah.
Okay, normally premiering of movies on any social media platform.
Yes.
Because for example, at Tukunja they have Netflix.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where
they get money, I believe, through that.
Yeah.
Through their art.
Yes.
But many Malawi kuno sometimes you find Guti, and sometimes we even find a movie through njira zodabwisa, not even on YouTube. Ngata inake sana ipange upload pa page paja, you find kuti wina wake be akupezeka nayo.
Yeah. What you're saying, I just want to agree with you. I remember there's a scenario, I'm not going even to mention the people involved in it. By the time, upload by YouTube.
It's okay, you can mention it. It's a Zipe.
Yes, St. Agnes Choir. Inaimba nyimbo ya Tisadzipe, sindinga dzipe olo patavura patatani nyimbo manager. By the time St. Agnes amaraka bange upload nyimbo ija by YouTube.
Music video.
They were failing to upload because antwena anakata
anaraibanga. Yes, which means if there was any financial benefits, antwena wonder minute. So it is sad.
It is sad.
Pamalowa thukuta chifukwa just for example pankhani ya nyimbo pali kumakhala process for example yopeka nyimbo. Okay, kuti upeke nyimbo ija, you find a bit, and for even people to like it even after it's been produced. Pamalowa ndalama zambiri.
Look at the choir unenayo. They spent my nights kumabanga rehearsal practice to come up with something perfect like
and
that.
And then there's also a music video.
There's also music video.
Transportation, venues and all that. I think we are being unfair. Ngati Malawi, ngati dziko, to the creative industry. We need to appreciate their art, not just by watching it, not just by but by also supporting kapena kuti kuthana ndi mchiridwe umene umapeze kuti anthu akuba product ya anthu ena ndikumakayika on certain platforms imene sikuwakhudza ngomwe just for the sake for anthu ambiri amakhala kuti also they're trying to promote their pages when they do that. Back page. A headline here reads, the sports fraternity mourns Helen. The Malawi Sports Fraternity is mourning the death of long-serving administrator Helen Mbinganjira Tasosa, who died yesterday morning at Queen Elizabeth Central Hospital in Blantyre after an illness. Her brother, Bob Mbinganjira, who is Mighty Wanderers FC head coach, confirmed the passing of the former Netball Association of Malawi General Secretary, Malawi National Council of Sports Export member, and former Malawi Olympic Committee Secretary General.
Yeah. So mvetsa chisoni kuti taluza ndithu amayi Helen Mbinganjira amene ndithu apanga contribute ku mpira wa azimayi the netball tingonena kuti to the netball mzimu wa amayi Mbinganjira usemu mtendere komanso pa nthawi imeneyi ambuye awafungatire ndi banja lawo lonse la
generally to the sports fraternity.
Yes.
Because despite the fact that Rwambira netball, but netball as a whole is sports. So yes. I know she must have also contributed, or she must have meant a lot to the general sports fraternity. And may her soul rest in peace.
Yes. Sports.
International sports.
International sports. Baka. Back on Newcastle at Camp Nou. Nkani yake City werengaso.
Okay.
Kuli Champions League. Lero ukupitirira magemu ayamba dzulo the round of 16. Pamene ndithu timu ya Baka Barcelona itakumana ndi timu ya Newcastle kumene kupa pakwawo ku Barcelona kumene ku Camp Nou. The first leg inathera 1-1. Today it's the second leg. We are hoping for the best, and I would be very happy if Newcastle itawina, because I want ku England kujata khala matimu awiri akupitirira ku round of 16 nanga si Chelsea tatuluka, Man City yatuluka, Arsenal they have excelled to the next round. So it is my prayer kunena kuti awawa atinyamule.
I hope Barcelona wins. I hope Barcelona wins.
Now ndadziwa kuti pamodzi pano we have a Barcelona supporter.
Oh, I am a Barcelona fan.
Ah, really? Okay.
Manchester United, Barcelona. It's a mixed combination, but still. Magwanda.
Ukanga titupano tuyenera tifumukepo.
Pamene ndipo mapeto pa program yathu ya press review ya lero lachitatu pa 18 March 2026. Mu program iyi timakhala kwambiri tikungowunikirana zina mwa nkhani zimene zalembedwa mu newspaper ayi, kwa amene mufuna kudziwa zambiri za nkhani zimene tawerenga komanso zina zomwe sitinathe kutero, inu tupezani newspapers maka ya Nation ili pa mtengo wa 4,000 malawi kwacha. Komanso pitirizani kuonera ma program otsatira pano pa kanema wa Luntha, tikhale tikubweretsa ma program osiyanasiyana kuphatikizapo za ku nyumba ya malamulo pamene komiti yolondoloza chuma cha boma ya Public Accounts Committee of Parliament ikhale ndithu ikupitirizabe kafukufuku wake mukugulidwa kwa hotel ya Amaryllis mu mzinda wa Blantyre ndi Public Service Pension Trust Fund. Komanso masanawa kukhale kuli Parliament session, komanso madzulo kupitiriza ma-meeting amene ipaki kupanga zokhuza ndi kafukufuku wa kugulidwa kwa hotela imeneyi.
Yes, osayiwalanso the dashboard.
Oh yes.
Kulizisa anthu anavota dzulo, so Malawi Electoral Commission akuwerengetserabe ndithu zinthuzi, so the dashboard izikhala ndithu ife tizikhale tikubwera pano kukuwuzani mmene zinthuzi zikuyendera.
Definitely.
Ndithu.
And from me, Thandiwe Mzumara, and my colleague
Emmanuel Chuocha.
And of course on the FCC we have Adams Mwene Lupembe, and we also have Gerald J. Kasonga. Kuonesetsa kuti tiwale komanso kumveka bwino mmene tikumvekeramu. Pitirizani kuonera program athu otsatira pano pa kanema wa Luntha. Makoma nonse.